there, welcome back into another key breaking story here at Occupy Democrats, because while Donald Trump is causing distraction fires all over the world, from Greenland to Iceland to Canada to Venezuela to ICE and everything else, he simply can't escape the Epstein file controversy and the issue, because the UK and the royal family in this breaking story just won't let him off the hook. And I'm going to show that story to you in a few seconds. But let's bear in mind that the core of this is Trump's buddy, Prince Andrew. You know, this guy.
Since he was born, the second son of the late Queen Elizabeth, brother of the king, has been known as Prince Andrew, but no longer.
It's monumental what the king has done.
For more than a decade, Andrew has been under scrutiny for his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein.
And here's Jeffrey in his deposition being really crafty.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump? Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
And if you'd like to see Trump lying out of the White House, just subscribe to the channel. But there's more.
President Trump was asked about Andrew this morning in London.
But of course, as he always does, Trump says things out loud that are stone cold lie because he knows his MAGA base will believe it, like, well, you know, I don't know him, this.
I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's a tough story. It's a very tough story. I don't know him.
President Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000. He is seen here.
Except, you know, there's photos there, Donald.
Alongside the Prince and First Lady at his Mar-a-Lago estate.
And then Prince Andrew recently got stripped of his royal title by his brother King Charles. Here.
He has acted almost with the determination of a medieval monarch in separating his brother Andrew from all elements of title and style that normally people who are born into the royal family keep.
Tonight, a withering statement from Buckingham Palace stripping Andrew of his prince title.
And Trump always trying to play the empathetic, sympathetic. He doesn't have those two genes, by the way, this.
I feel very badly. I mean, it's a terrible thing that's happened to the family. That's been a tragic situation.
And Andrew gets evicted.
And that he'll be evicted from his royal residence, a 30-room estate called Royal Lodge.
And yes, in this breaking story, tragic as it may be, Prince Andrew's daughter, Eugenie, she said, bye-bye. Check this breaking story out. Massive.
Princess Eugenie cuts ties with Father Andrew over links to Epstein. Princess Eugenie has cut off all contact with her father, ex-Prince Andrew, following the recent revelations about his connections with Jeffrey Epstein, the Mail on Sunday reports. The paper says Andrew is devastated by the rupture with his younger daughter, and that Eugenie, 35, is refusing to speak to him and did not visit him at Christmas. The Mail on Sunday notes Eugenie's work co-founding the Anti-Slavery Collective, a not-for-profit organization that tackles forced work in business supply chains. Eugenie, the Mail on Sunday says, has taken a hard line on Andrew's continued refusal to apologize to Epstein's victims. One source tells the Mail on Sunday the rift has escalated to total silence. There is no contact at all, nothing. It's Brooklyn Beckham level. She has completely cut him off. By contrast, the paper reports that Princess Beatrice is attempting what it calls a more delicate balancing act. The paper says Beatrice invited Andrew to the christening of her 11-month-old daughter, Athena, last month, but that he did not attend a pub gathering afterward. As one source puts it to the Mail on Sunday, Beatrice is trying to walk the fine line of not cutting her father off and yet remaining close with the royal family. They aren't exactly in regular and close contact at the moment, but Eugenie isn't trying to walk that line. She's not speaking to him. The estrangement comes as Andrew is under pressure to move out of Royal Lodge, with removal trucks spotted at the house last week. Trump tariff threat creates dilemma for Charles. One thing the royals hate is being drawn into politics. With Donald Trump, of course, that's hard to avoid. The UK government is under pressure to cancel King Charles's state visit to the US later this year, after Trump imposed tariffs on countries that oppose his extraordinary plan to take over Greenland, a move that allies have warned risks shattering the NATO alliance. Incredibly, Trump singled out the UK for a 10% tariff starting in February, rising to 25% from June after the UK sent a single naval officer to join a NATO exercise in Greenland. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer seemed finally to have had enough of trying to placate Trump, saying, "Our position on Greenland is very clear. It is part of the Kingdom of Denmark, and its future is a matter for the Greenlanders and the Danes. We have also made clear that Arctic security matters for the whole of NATO, and allies should all do more together to address the threat from Russia across different parts of the Arctic."
Starmer continued in quotes, "Applying tariffs on allies for pursuing the collective security of NATO allies is completely wrong. We will, of course, be pursuing this directly with the U.S. administration." UK Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy, speaking for the government Sunday, prevaricated when pressed on the state visit, referring to the depth of the transatlantic relationship. The urge not to escalate is understandable, but it would be bizarre if King Charles went ahead with the visit while Trump was threatening a Greenland takeover. Nigel Farage, a Trump sycophant and currently the favorite to be the next leader of the UK, said, in quotes, "We don't always agree with the U.S. government, and in this case, we certainly don't. These tariffs will hurt us." John Bolton, Trump's former national security advisor, called the threats against Greenland the, in quotes, "most dangerous and destructive assertion of his political career." So let's be clear on something. The more people move away from powerful people, especially when it's their child or their father or their mother, the more people pull away and have less concern for consequence of association, the more Trump will continue to go after creating some kind of any sort of international domestic story he can possibly do to keep those files from coming out and to keep things heavily redacted, because he knows the truth, and the truth isn't going to set him free. It's going to put him in jail. You guys like and share the video, and stay frosty.